What up, besties? Welcome to The Real Her, the unfiltered podcast for ambitious, funny women who want it all. Real relationships, real success, and a real life they actually love. I'm your host, Christina Fusco, real estate investor, entrepreneur, and your new hype woman in life, love, and business. Each week, we're flipping the script on traditional business podcasts and focusing on the women behind the business. We're here to laugh, we're here to cry, and most importantly, we're here to dominate together. So go ahead, pour that favorite beverage, let your hair down, and let's get ready to unlock the real her. We have to take a sip before we get started.
Okay. Cheers to you. Cheers to this.
Cheers
Happy
to
International
us.
Women's Day.
Happy
Cheers to us.
International
What a day to
Women's
do
Day.
this.
Rough
I mean, it couldn't be
bad
day.
women all day.
All day.
Sunday fun day.
Yes, Bill.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
Aussie. Welcome to the Real Her
Oh,
podcast.
thank you.
We're so excited to have you today.
Thank you.
Honestly, we're just going to have fun today. I
Yep.
just want to have a conversation because I feel like every time we're in our flow state, things are good, things are light, things are fun. We were just having a great conversation on the couch. And I feel like my instinct is always like, I should just be recording these. Like,
Yes.
genuinely, I need to just start recording anytime I'm talking to somebody.
100%.
So I was like, let's just transfer that over here and keep it going.
Yeah, thank
So-
you. I'm so honored to be here. I'm so proud of you. I'm so excited.
Thank you.
This is going to be fun. You guys get
Ugh.
ready.
Get ready. We met through real estate friends. We met at just like, there was really no agenda
Yeah,
for that trip. It
so
was just,
random.
Let's put a bunch of cool real estate women in a hotel for a few days and like, let's see what happens.
Yeah, that was so cool for sure.
It was
and
so
it was
fun.
just like instant.
Instant.
I was like, yep, this is it. This is my girl.
I know. Isn't it weird how that
Yeah.
happens? You just like, I feel like we're old enough at this point in life too, where you're like, you can vibe check pretty quick.
No, like, and I've always been that way. Like, I've been the type that like, I'm either all in or all out.
Yeah.
Which maybe it's a blessing or not. I don't know.
think
But I
so.
either like,
Yeah.
I super will vibe with you all of a sudden, or I'm just like, okay, cool. We're good.
Yeah.
But
Good to meet
yes. But yeah, no, we were like, I don't know. When I first met you, it was just so like instant, quick. And I'm so excited that that happened.
you. I know. Now you get to like come down here. You got your little
Oh
beach
my God.
house.
Oh my God. Yeah. And I got
God.
dressed. I'm like, it's like 90 degrees outside.
It is literally 90 degrees. Okay, girl. Well, I think it's National Women's Day.
Yes, it is.
And so why not celebrate the women by dumping on the men?
oh boy, here we go. I'm ready.
You and I are both a part of the singles club.
Yes, we are.
So
Yes, we are.
single,
So single, thriving, but
Thriving.
single.
but very single.
Yes.
And I think it was so funny. Last weekend, we were out with a group of people and, you know, everyone's like booed up, but I feel like everyone kind of wants to live through us too. So
Oh,
I feel,
100%.
I don't know about you, but I feel like I'm having that like single delusion phase where I'm like, everybody wants to be me.
Totally.
You all wish you were single.
100%. And it's so funny. I recently got back on the dating apps, which is interesting. We'll go into that whirlwind. But my friends that are, you know, married, they're like, oh my God, we're going to live vicariously through you. We want to, what are you swiping on? What are you not swiping on? Just
Yeah.
go, commit, do it. And I'm like, God, it's like a full-time job.
It is a full-time
really
job.
is.
That's why I'm honestly not even on it because I'm like, I actually don't have the consistent time, right? To be revisiting
Yeah.
it every day, to be putting up the numbers that you have to kind of put to
Yeah.
make the genuine connection.
No, I literally got on like a week ago because my therapist told me to. So
my
here we
gosh.
are.
I can't wait to dive. And let's keep it real.
There it
There we
is.
go. There it is. There it is. So, Ozzy, tell us just before we dive into all things dating today, who are you? Why are you so amazing?
No, thank you.
Because you are amazing.
I appreciate you.
So tell us, just a little bit about your career, what you do, what you're passionate about.
Sure. So my name's Aussie. I'm based out of Woodland Hills. I am in lending. That's my main thing. I'm a mortgage loan officer. I've been in the game about 6 years. My mom is my business partner, and she's been in that whole world for like 30 years. She's been trying to get me in since I was like 20. And now that I'm in, I'm like, man, I wish I got in when I was 20. But anyways, everything's timing. So about 6 years ago, my mom does a lot of the commercial, a lot of bigger deals and this and that. She's like, go get your real estate license. I'll give you all my like residential stuff. So I actually started as an agent. So I have my real estate license. I did one deal, amazing deal. The client was amazing, but I'm like, this is not for me. It was just too much. Like,
Yeah.
I just didn't want to get in the car, drive people around. It was a lot. And she's like, okay, go get your lending license. So I got my lending license and I did one deal over the phone, put numbers in front of people, and like it was a wrap. Like I was sold. I loved it. And I just went all in, and it was the best thing I ever did. And now 6 years later, we're still business partners, which is amazing. And that dynamic is interesting because a lot of people are like, you work with your mom?
I was literally about to be like,
I know.
follow up, you work with your mom.
No, totally.
Tell me.
But it works. It works
That's
really
amazing.
well. Like, I think the dynamic of, we're Persian. So my mom's like, a mom. She tends to a lot of like Persians. So 95% clientele is Persian. So she brought me in, and I kind of like, it's cool because the dynamic now I can shift it to like the younger generation, the newer investors, not only the Persian community, which is amazing. And there's a lot of Persians that own a lot of real estate in LA. So it's great. But I think I brought a good dynamic to the business. So it's worked. It's worked very well. It's, thriving, and I'm excited to see where it goes.
Yeah. Well, you bring up a good point of just shifting. I think the market is in such a different place than it was a few years ago. People's buying behaviors, like I shouldn't say none. A lot of my friends don't own homes and like don't want to own homes. Sure. I debate whether I want to own a true home someday, of course, for investment reasons, but like, it's really hard. And so I think to your point, like you obviously shifted with the clientele that your business was bringing in, but that's so important because like now these are the future buyers, hopefully someday, and they need people like you to educate them, because I think so many of us are just like, I can't afford $1 million home, so I can never afford a home. And a lot of us are getting into that like scarcity mindset around owning a home. Like it's not as easy as it used to be. And so we need people like you too to bridge that gap and help us realize we can buy homes.
Right now, like the market, especially in LA, everything is so expensive.
So crazy.
You know what I mean? So I think my entire business kind of shifted. A little backstory. So I started 6 years ago with my mom, company called Forbix Financial. Amazing company. I went in to learn residential, but because my mom was doing so much commercial, I really fell into the commercial world, and I really learned commercial lending. And as soon as I started doing all the residential stuff, and it was great. And I got in right before COVID. I started in 2019. COVID hit, and it was a free for all. Oh my God. Free money. You didn't have to call in. It was like, it's unheard of. And it'll probably never happen again.
Wow.
But when you fall into that and like, you make all this money, you do all these deals, we did millions and millions of dollars worth of lending. And then last year, being very honest, last year and the year before was very quiet in the commercial world. The market shifted. So I was like, okay, I really got to hone in. Let's get it more into the residential side. So I really pushed into that. Last year was a really tough time for me. So I went through a very tragic situation, but I really had to figure out, what am I doing? So I shifted, and in October, I actually changed brokerages. So me and my mom are still business partners. However, I'm at a new spot, Downtown Financial Group, which honestly was the best decision I ever made, to be honest with you. Like the vision is there. I have the support. I'm really learning, and I've really learned that I'm not just like a MLO, like a mortgage loan officer. We're really mortgage loan advisors. Like we really try to advise you on what to do, what the next step is, how to build generational wealth through real estate. And I'm very transparent, I've lost deals because I've been too upfront, but you want to be honest with people.
Of course.
I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to waste their time. So my transition has been great. Like the beginning of the year has been awesome. So I'm super excited to kind of see what this year, where this year takes me.
I was going to say, has it started out better than the past 2 years?
Okay, yeah. Good. Yeah, honestly, like it's been really good. I've really honed into kind of my niche, which is with investors, and really pushing investors and teaching them how to really be able to pick up properties that make sense. And if they don't make sense, don't pick them up. You know what I mean? That's the biggest thing.
Let the data guide you, right?
Exactly.
Because things aren't just, like you said, free money, good deals. Like you really have to, I think, in this time right now, get creative with what a good deal is
100%
and what that looks like and how to make it work.
Yeah, no, and that's our biggest thing, like being able to strategize and teach you how to structure the deal.
Yeah.
Because a lot of, let's say, newer investors that are green, like they really don't understand the A to Z of, okay, you find a property. Okay, what does that lending look like? Okay, what are the next 30 days going to look like? Am I going to be able to get this property? Am I not going to be able to get this property? Right. And a lot of people don't know. So I've really been good at like helping people understand how to get into deals and structure them for them. And like I said, being very transparent.
Yeah, 100%. No, and I appreciate that. And you mentioned like going through a really tough time. Was that on a personal note that made you question everything career-wise, or like, do you want to talk about that a little?
Yeah, no, it was personal for sure. My uncle came here. He lived in Sweden. He called my mom for Christmas and was like, "Hey, I'm coming. to surprise you for Christmas.
Oh, wow.
Super exciting, this and that. I was on a trip in Mammoth. I got back. We were together for 2 days. He ended up in the hospital. Long story short, had a brain bleed. And they were like, you know, we're going to give him 21 days. We're going to do this. We have to drain the blood, do this, whole nine. So long story short, he ended up passing away. And it was really hard for me because I was the one making all the decisions.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because his kids, his wife, were all in Sweden. My mom was a wreck. And I really was like, okay, all of a sudden he was doing better. And then they're like, oh, we need to ventilate him. Oh, dialysis. Oh, this. And I was just like, am I making the right decision? So yeah, I went through a really hard time. It was hard for me to accept. And I think the one thing actually 2 things that saved me literally last year was, number 1, I got into therapy and that really helped me. Number 2, I got into boxing. Shout out the boxing fitness gym, Kez and Christina. Thank you for saving my life on that end. But it was just a great outlet for me. Like fitness always has been my constant.
Totally.
But it really helped me. And I think now I'm in a better place. And I've really realized that, like, you know, for a long time I was like, did I make the right decision? Oh my God, I couldn't save him. You know, like a lot of things. And I've never dealt with grief like that.
Yeah. And you also weren't expecting to be someone's like health proxy. I mean, that is the hardest decision. I know when, you know, my dad was sick and the doctors would always bring up things like that. They were like, is he a DNR? Like, do you want to resuscitate him? And I wasn't the one directly making those calls, but I'll never forget in certain moments when things were awry, it was like watching my mom do that or her looking to me and my siblings and being like, what do we do? And it's like, that is something that no one can prepare you for. So no, I can't even imagine you going through that, you know, so unexpectedly. Like you said, his wife, his family being elsewhere.
Yeah. But it's interesting because I think of the silver lining too. Like, I'm his favorite. I was always his favorite. And, you know, my grandpa lives with my mom and my grandpa has Alzheimer's. And, you know, I was like, just, I don't know, by the faith of God, like my uncle would never be like, oh, I'm just coming randomly. Yeah. So maybe he just wanted to see his dad. I don't know. I don't know.
Did you ever find out if he like knew there was anything? No idea. He had no idea there was anything wrong.
No idea.
So he really just wanted to come see you guys.
Just randomly. And it just all went down. And yeah, it was tragic. And I think that's the hardest thing. And I think the therapy's really helped me in like understanding that, you know, death is hard in general.
So hard.
But going through a tragic situation, it's a lot harder to like understand and accept, to be able to like accept like it's not my fault. Like I couldn't save him.
Of course.
I wish I could have, but So yeah, the therapy's definitely helped. I've come to terms with like, you know, it was, definitely.
Literally therapy.
I mean, I should have been in therapy years ago, but this was the one.
Yes.
And I think my biggest thing with therapy was like, I didn't want to go through like the interview. Oh my God, I got to go see the therapist. Oh God, I don't like her. Go to the next one. Like, it's literally
it is a process.
It is.
It is an interview because like, why are you just going to go with the first person? Like, you really are. I mean, you're giving your entire life to this person. Like, you really have to 100%.
Yeah. No, and it's funny because I went and the first person I saw, she's amazing. I love her to death. She's this quirky little Italian and like, she's just so dope and like so the opposite of me. And it was so funny when I first walked in, I was like, oh my God, she's gonna, what's wrong with you? And like all these things. And what am I going to say? Am I going to have anything to say?
Right.
And I love to talk, as you can tell, but I walked in and I just like that hour went by.
Isn't it crazy? You just
nuts.
They're like, hi. You're like, hi. For me, it was bawling my eyes out.
Fully.
I could not, I think, talk for more than 5 minutes without just like profusely sobbing.
Yeah. No, total same exact thing. And literally the sobbing was a lot for the first couple months.
Of course.
You know,
so heavy.
It was a lot. It was heavy. It was, you know, the death, dealing with grief, doing these things and But like, I've been in for like almost a year now, close to a year. And it literally has changed my entire perspective on many things. And I think I needed it for sure.
Think everybody needs it. And you bring up a funny point because I think most of us don't explore therapy until something traumatic happens. And that's really not how it's designed to be. It really is meant to be that like thought partner, I guess is the best way to describe it. And someone to just help you navigate through obstacles. And again, those don't need to be death and losses. It could just literally be like, I went on a date. We all think that we have to wait till these crazy things happen when like really just our environment, our parents, whoever, like we're all shaped in certain ways. And there's just things that happen that we don't process until later in life. And so, I mean, I'm sorry that obviously that was a traumatic experience that brought you there, but I'm glad it's become something where you realize it's like a coach, a mentor, an investment.
Like I don't skip a beat. Like I will not miss my therapy session weekly.
And
I go in, it's a thing. Like I cannot miss it.
You can't. No, it becomes so part of it. And I think you also had two really healthy avenues. Like physical health is so important. Huge. So it's amazing that you found boxing and were able to channel it through that. But people forget that your mental health is something that also needs to exercise that same way.
Yeah. No, for sure. And like I said, you know, fitness has always been a constant for me, but it's just the boxing really, I don't know, just hitting something, you're just like, it gets it out of you, like the physical piece, right? But you got to work on that mental piece as well. And I think the biggest thing is connecting with that therapist. Like I said, I luckily instantly connected with her. I got very lucky and it's been great. And, you know, we're navigating through it.
And now you get to have her like through every element and every chapter of life, which is 100% incredible. I know. I remember my therapist made like a dead dad joke on my first session, which sounds horrible. Everyone's like, what? But like, I loved it.
Oh, you're like, yeah.
Because I was like, you're hired. Because I mean, she did it super appropriately, right? She didn't like shame me or whatever it was, but I forget what she said, but she just made some type of dead dad joke. And I remember that moment being like, yeah, like life is so heavy. Life is so hard. Like, why not laugh about it? Totally. You know? And again, it's not a funny subject, but I just remember being like, that was such a weird approach, but I absolutely loved it. And I was like, you're hired, and been with her ever since.
Yeah. It's just like, cheers to therapy.
Cheers to therapy.
Cheers to therapy, 100%.
It's so good.
No,
it's so good. And again, now you have like that partner really for anything going through, which, you know, now I know for your sake, like you've been talking a lot, which we're going to dive into, like using her to navigate dating worlds and using her to be that crutch.
Yeah. No, and that's the interesting thing. Cause like before I went to therapy, people would be like, oh yeah, my therapist said this. And I was like, dude, okay. I've never been like, oh, I'm never going to go to therapy, but I just never put the effort to do the things to go.
Right.
But like now I catch myself like talking to my friends. I'm like, oh yeah, my therapist. And I'm like, oh, shit, I'm that person now.
My therapist.
Which is fine. I love it. It's great. But like you said, it's an advocate for you. Like, you know, I can talk to my friends, you know, I can do that. But it's just different when it's someone that, I don't know, is not a friend.
Totally unemotional to nothing. It's so objective, which is so nice because it's like your family gets cloudy in your head. Your friends get cloudy in your head. Like this is someone to be like, shut all of that out. This is how it is.
This is how it's not.
100%. I was just recently watching that movie. Remember, He's Not That Interested in You. That movie cracks me up because it's like the things that we justify in our heads, especially when it comes to dating and life. And well, I know this person who knew this person who, you know, it's like, what are we doing? Like, it's so nice to just have that person be like, he's not that interested. Like, he did not text you. He's not going to text you. Move it along.
100%.
So it's just like, they are champions.
Yeah, for sure. For real.
I love that. Dude. So she's a badass. She's a lender. She's educating the future.
Thank you.
On how to build their wealth through real estate. What do you love most about what you do?
You know, I honestly love the fact of like being able to structure deals and helping people understand why something might work and why something might not work. And like, like I said, my niche is more investors and, you know, fix and flips, ground up construction, all the like, you know, non-QM stuff. But I recently had like a first time home buyer. She came to me and I was able to structure the deal for her for it to work in a way that like, I knew no one else could have done that. And that's why like being with Downtown Financial, like, it's not like a no, it's how are we going to make it work? Right. You know what I mean? And if it's a no right then, how are we going to strategize for the next year to get you to be able to get into a house? And when we closed on that deal, she was so grateful.
That's awesome.
Which was cool. And it's a lot of hand holding. It's very different than investors, but I just love that piece of like knowing that I'm really helping people get to a place, the next step in their life, which is cool.
Absolutely.
It's really cool.
And I think that too, like when we're thinking about buying a house, we feel like it's very on our own and we're alone and people don't realize that there is like a strategy behind it. 100%. So like you said, even if it's not today and it's not this deal or this property, it's like, let's talk to somebody to get a plan in place, right? Maybe you need to save more. Maybe it's, you know, X, Y, and Z you need to look out for. So I think, again, people just like don't even realize that you guys come in as like thought partners too in that way. And not every
loan officer does do that, which is what makes you amazing.
Teach their own.
But I think that's what makes you so special and good at what you do, great at what you do, because you give that extra layer.
Yeah. And I remember when I first got into the business, my mom told me, she's like, listen, this is not a one and done situation. We are here to really build relationships and get, like, I'd rather do 100 deals with 10 people than do 100 deals with 100 people. You know what I mean? So like, you really want to build these relationships, and we're there to help and serve and educate. And it might not happen at that moment, and I'll be on the phone with someone for 45 minutes and that deal won't go through, but they will full circle 6 months down the line. Remember, like, oh, Aussie really helped me understand.
Yeah.
And you hope that they come back to you.
Right.
You know, there's a lot of competition out there.
A lot. And they're always going to shop, you know, and they're going to be like, let me see what I can do. Let me see what I can do.
And that's been huge these days. Like in this market, everyone's trying to find the lower rate. Everyone's trying to shop you. And, you know, when people come to me and they're like, well, I can get, if I tell them, okay, 6.5, and they're like, oh, I can get 6.25. I'm like, okay, go for it.
Then go get it.
If I can't get it, go get it. But most of the time, they can't close and they can't perform and they come back.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like I said, I'm here to help whoever wants it, but the shopping is, oh man, it's huge these days. Yeah, they shop the hell out of it.
Well, you're advised to be that way too, you know, like on the non-lender side as the investor, it's like, no, go shop the rates, figure out the best. But I think for myself, and I don't know if this is like a women thing, a men thing, I have no idea, but it's just like, for me, it's all about just the relationship. It's the vibe. So I don't care if you are the best out there. Like, if I don't like you, I'm not
going to do business.
I'm just not going to do business with you.
100%.
And I think that education piece is a huge bridge as to why people want to work with you. When you educate people on it, like immediately they're way more bought in than like,
no, for sure.
Tell me what to do. You know?
It really is about that relationship. And like, I don't know, I think I've been able to really show people that like I care and I'm here for you. And I pick up my phone. That's another thing. I pick up my phone. I answer your texts. I'm on it. Like, I will really handhold you through the whole process. And I think that's the biggest thing, is that relationship and people knowing that you care about them.
Yeah.
Like, you're not just a number. I'm not trying to just make a commission.
Right.
You know?
Yes.
So it's just caring, I think. The biggest thing.
I think that's the woman's touch. Like, honestly, I'm like, I don't think I've ever dealt with a male lender who's treated me like that. Not that they've not been great or they've not been good at what they do, but
yeah.
That is
us
females touch. Let's be honest. That's again what makes us great, though. You know,
100%.
So speaking of relationships, we've already talked way too much business. Like, boring.
I always like talking business.
No, I'm kidding. I know, and honestly, it's great, and we want to know what you do. But we're here to talk about the other kind, the other kind of relationships, the non-clients or maybe clients. I don't know your style, but you're single as a Pringle.
Oh man,
I am single as a Pringle.
Yeah. And I also don't have that many single friends, which I think maybe because of my age. You know, I'm 44. Most people at this age, you know, settle down, have the, you know, husband, wife, kids, white picket fence, all the things. So it's nice to talk to a fellow single female.
What's it like to be in that club, the 40s club, not married, no children?
It's tough.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, what's funny? I now am like really trying to, like I said, I turned on the apps and like trying to see what's out there. But I think like for a long time, I was so focused on my business.
Yeah.
And I was so fine being single. I was okay. I was fine. I didn't really think about it. And you get so used to being single.
Yeah.
And you're building this empire and you're doing all these things. And like, I just didn't even think about it. But like, I was like 30 years old. I blinked and I'm like, shit, I'm 44. And I'm single still.
Yeah.
So I think that's the hard part, because I don't really think about it. And I feel like my therapist said, I need to put a little more effort if I want it. And I do. I mean, who wants to be alone? Nobody wants to be alone.
Absolutely.
You know,
you want to be with the right people who fill your cup. And I think that's something, especially as you get older and stay single, you really value your peace more. And so you're not going to just let 100%. Anyone in through that fortress. But I think I've heard that from actually a few people I know who are in their 40s and single. They were like, I just didn't think about it, didn't care about it. And now I'm like, oh shoot, I probably should have put a little bit more investment in that.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is like finding the right person that fills your cup, that fits into your story, right? Because I'm very set up in my ways and what I'm doing and what I'm building. And I really need someone to come in that's going to add to that. Like I've always thought of like the person I'm going to be with is going to be just this boss ass guy. We're going to be entrepreneurs. We're going to kill it. He's going to make me grow in my business.
Yeah.
I'm going to make him grow. And I really have seen myself like allowing someone in that's going to allow me to still grow and do the things, because I do a lot and I am a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So not every man can handle all of this.
No, girl.
So I think that's been the hardest thing. I think guys realizing like what I'm about and all the things I do and all the things I have and all the things I want might be a lot for some guys that really don't vibe with that. And that's okay.
Yeah.
You know?
You don't want that.
No,
It's
I
like,
don't.
if I'm too much for you, you are right.
100%.
Sir.
Yeah.
Keep it moving.
That's it. Yeah. And that's the biggest thing, I think. And I think in LA, it's hard.
I haven't even
Yeah.
tried.
I mean, I have not been on a date and I can't tell you how long.
Yeah.
I mean, I just, like I said, open the apps and we'll see and supposed to like go on a date and do these things. I'm just like, oh my God, I haven't. So
Okay. Do you remember like 6 months ago though, you brought a guy, we were all sitting like having dinner at a hotel and you're like, oh, my friend's coming. And we were like, this is so not a friend. He walks in, he's like hot as hell. Was that not a date?
I mean, potentially,
Potentially.
yeah. It was the first time we were really hanging out. And I'm like, oh yeah, come hang out with all my friends that are all these successful entrepreneurs. I want to see how you survive.
Yeah.
Sink or swim.
I kind of love that.
I
though.
mean, and I do that. And
Yeah.
I realized I do that, whether it's that or like bringing a guy in too quick to my friend group, or
Mm.
I just want to see if he'll, survive
Yeah.
in like my world. And I don't have to like handhold. And I just really need a man's man,
Mhm. I do.
a man, you're
I'm
Italian.
Italian. You love the Italian.
You already know. I'm like Italian in my past life. 100%.
It's so funny because my Italian father was like, never marry an Italian man. He hates them.
I love them.
I mean, they're good looking.
I mean, you know why though?
Why?
I'll be very honest.
Tell me.
I feel like the men that I've really vibed with have been Italian from New York. East Coast Italian men. They enjoy the the alpha females. They'll tell you how it is.
Yes.
Like, I don't know. I enjoy that and I vibed with it.
Yeah.
But men in LA, like I just have not got that from them. So I'm no knocking LA. LA's
Yeah.
ride or die. I think the Italian culture is so close to the Persian culture
Totally.
that we're loud. Give us the food, give us the freaking family, freaking like 100 people every party, like that whole nine.
I love that.
So,
yeah. No,
yeah.
I agree with that. And I think coming as somebody who grew up on the East Coast, it was such a wake-up call with just how to talk to people out here. I'll never forget the first time I called one of my friends a bitch. But like, I was like, bitch, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, exactly.
like we're cool. And I'll never forget. She was like, what did I do wrong? Like, I'm a bitch. Like, what
Oh
are you
my
talking
God.
about? Like, she was like mad. And I was like, oh, these people are different.
No, very different.
And I feel like a lot of guys out here, I've not even tried to date. I'm not even talking dating wise, just the banter
general,
is
yeah, it's
very
very
different. And they don't always get it. And like, I'm very spicy and sarcastic.
They don't know how to throw it back.
I don't know that
Like,
LA
there's-
is ready for me.
I don't think so. I really don't think so. No, and it's funny because like we have an office here, like Downtown Financial has an office in Woodland Hills, and then we have 2 offices in New York. So like I've been back and forth, and when we go there, everyone's like, "Wait, you're from LA? Like you have such New York vibes."
You have very,
And I take that. I'm like, yes, I love
Yeah.
it. I do. I mean, I don't
you're very sharp.
very just like spicy, right?
Mhm.
And I don't want to say too much, but
No.
yeah, I think the East Coast, the guys are a little different in the way they operate, the way they
Totally.
flirt and banter. And
Aggression is our love language.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, like I think I told you this story recently, how my first time coming home after California, someone like flipped me off at the airport in Boston. And I was like,
Oh, I'm home.
like I'm home, you know?
for sure,
There's such a different level of just like, I think it's because of the snow. We're in survival mode
Yeah, I don't
24/7. And we're just like, we don't have time to mess around. Like get to the point I'm freezing my butt off. I
Yeah.
gotta go inside.
No, I love it.
We gotta get you on the East Coast then. We're gonna
I
have to do a
swear.
follow-up.
Yes.
We're gonna have to do like our trip to the East Coast.
100%. I already told you I need to come there with you.
Yes, you do. Okay,
Yeah,
we're gonna
for
do
sure.
that. We're gonna do that next. So, okay, we've got a little bit about your type. You love the Italian guys. What about like your dating history? What were the types of people you went for previously?
Yeah, that's a tough one. I'm trying to be very raw and real. Let's take a sip.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Hey, it's history. It's history. We gotta
Mhm.
acknowledge it to move forward.
To be honest with you, like, I really have never like had a long-term relationship. Like, dated here and there, a few months, this and that. I feel like I was never ready, and I felt like I was always finding the guys that needed saving.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a saver. Like I just come in and let me save you.
You're wounded.
Yeah. So that's honestly, a lot of it has been that. And I don't have like a crazy dating history, to be honest with you.
That's okay.
It's just very like, kind of like casual and whatever. And I feel like I've always come in like they just broke up with someone or like, and I was talking to my therapist about this. Here comes the therapist again. I can't believe I had to say that. But so I was telling her, I'm like, she asked me kind of the same question. And it's interesting because whether it's the savior or whatever, I feel like I always picked guys that weren't available subconsciously.
Me too.
Always. And I don't know if that's kind of like, okay, am I not ready to get in? Or it was just always this like subconscious, like they're definitely not ready, but they're hot and you love the vibe. They're gym bros and they're Italian and they're tatted and okay, it's great. But are they like,
what are they going to give?
What are they going to bring to the table? So now on the dating apps, I am literally swiping on people that I would never swipe on before.
Oh my gosh.
Just look wise, right? Yeah. Because everyone has a type. You have to be attracted.
Of course.
So I'm really trying to stay away from my typical type.
Types are dumb.
Yeah.
Like, I can understand you being like, look, I'm not attracted to this and I am attracted to this. But like, why aren't we leading with our values, what's inside and letting the physical manifest?
100%.
Be that thing, be that person.
Yeah, I think there has to be that initial attraction, of course. Like if I could find my typical type and he meets X, Y, and Z, then yes. But like the physical for me has really kind of like, I'm like, okay, I will shift on that. I will kind of give a little there, but you have to hit these certain things for me. And that's more so.
100%. And I think that's where people are a little bit jaded right now in the dating world because honestly, we are using apps where we're judging people in 30 seconds. We don't get the aura. Like, I'm such an energy aura person. Like, and I think a lot of women are, you'll see women totally dating like down. But because that guy's hilarious or has an amazing personality or like treats her like a queen or whatever. But I think it's so hard to be in the dating world because we really are just being so like physical. And so I think people are getting so hung up on their types when it's like, again, why aren't we turning inward? Why aren't we thinking about who we want and letting that person show up in whatever physical shape form? You know?
I just think it's so easy. Because like, okay, if I say no to him, he's like, okay, swipe.
Yeah, swipe.
Who's
next one? Who's next?
And I think the whole dating app thing, since it's come about, I feel like guys don't even know how to come up to you and like hit on you.
No, they don't.
Right?
They literally don't.
It's so weird. Or they don't. Or maybe for me, like, I feel like it's funny. A lot of my friends tell me, like, you just have this, like, oh, like, don't talk to me. Yeah. Which, okay, maybe I do.
Yeah.
But then afterwards, when they get to know me, they're like, oh my God, you're so sweet. You're so this, you're so that. Yeah. But I just feel, and I've heard this, like, a lot of people don't even really, like, I don't want to meet someone at the bar. Like, I don't. Yeah. I'm not.
There's a window for that.
There is,
There's a window for that. I mean, I met my ex at a bar, and I think, again, appropriate window to have done that. But now it's like, why are you here? Yeah. Why am I here? You know?
No, I mean, no, whatever. Sure, if you do meet at a bar, but I just feel like, guys don't even know how to, like, come up to them anymore because they don't have to. They just can get on the app and swipe in that location and find someone close enough maybe to like meet up with.
It's so true. I actually heard something, I was listening to a different podcast and they were saying like, oh, approaching women in a post Me Too world. And I was like, what the hell does that have anything to do with? Yeah. Like, yes, I understand. Of course, we take, sexual harassment and all that seriously. And we should. But I'm like, are you saying that people can't approach women without like, you want to do grab their boobs or, be inappropriate? Yeah. Like they can't have just like normal conversation. Like, I don't get how we've gotten to this like completely other side where men just won't even like look at women.
Yeah, it's interesting. It is definitely different for sure. And that's why like my friends that are married, they're just like, yeah, I want to live vicariously through you. But then they're like, I can't imagine being single because a lot of them have been together for years, age wise. Like it's just, that's how it is. But a lot of like, I can't imagine what you're going through, and that's why I think we avoid it.
Of course.
And I avoided it for so long, but I'm like, dude, I'm not trying to be single forever. I want to share my life with someone.
Of course. But I do think like, to your point where you were saying like building a business, trying to really take care of yourself, like it makes it hard. It makes people who aren't on that same page a distraction. And so it's like, how do you balance wanting all of these things for yourself, but like wanting to also share that with someone.
I think that's the hardest thing is like finding the person that fits into that story, right?
Yeah.
And my biggest thing right now is even with like whoever I end up going on a date with or like whatever it is, like they are going to know exactly what I'm about. And my purpose right now is to build my business and grow the way that I want to grow. My business, my family, that's my number one. If you fit into that picture, great. Like I will make room for you if you know, you're worth it. But I need them to know that like, you know, this is what I'm about. This is what I'm doing. This is what I'm building. And I think there's men out there that can fit into that. But I think a lot of them, when they see a lot of the things that you're about, it might scare some of them off.
Yeah, I wanted to focus on that a little bit more because absolutely, I think so many men are intimidated by successful women.
Yeah.
And I think some of them also try to say they're not, and then they are, or they get insecure. Like I feel like it goes awry a lot. What have been some of your experiences with those times where you're like saying everything you do and everything you want and like,
you know, it's funny, like before when I was on the apps maybe a couple years ago for like a little bit. And the hardest part for me is going on the date.
Sure.
She's
got a busy calendar.
It's a job. So you really have to like put the effort and whatnot.
You do.
And when I would go, a lot of times, like I honestly wouldn't show them exactly what I'm all about up front. Because I just had to like kind of gauge, okay, like what are you about? Let me see if I can even throw that in there.
Yeah.
But now, full circle, a few years later, I'm like, no, I'm going in full throttle. This is what I do. This is what I'm doing. This is what my future I want my future to look like. Like, there's no need for me to hide that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I should not have to.
Except that then I've heard from, again, I'm not dating personally, but from some of my other friends who are dating, they're like, then you do that. And the guy almost takes advantage of like knowing everything you want, right?
Sure.
It's like, has your therapist weighed in on like the best way to approach
she told me, she's like, you need to, because I told her that I did that before. I was just like, okay, well, yeah, I would tell him like, you know, I do this and that. And honestly, I wouldn't even like roll up, like I wouldn't let them see my car even. Because like, okay, I have a nice car. Okay, whatever. But I just didn't want it to be a thing like, oh, she's like, and I'm like, I want them to just see me as like, okay, just this and cool. And okay, yeah, she knows she's in lending. She has a business. She's an entrepreneur. Cool. Like trickle it in.
Of course.
Don't like full force. Like, here we go.
Here's me, my red Jag. What's up?
No, but seriously. So then I was telling my therapist and she's like, no, you need to let them know like what you're about from the jump. Because at this age and at this timeline for you, you don't have time for BS. If you really want something serious, and I'm not the type just to date or just to like have sex or do these things. I just don't. Yeah. You know, whatever it is. So I really, whoever I date, I want them to be the person that's long term. Yeah. I would like to get married, you know? It's a thing and I would love that. But I think I'm being very upfront with what I'm about from the jump. Yeah. And it just is what it is. Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's so key, though. You know, I know, of course, it's like, okay, you run the risk of X, Y, and Z things and then people lying to you and trying to take advantage. But it's like you just get to that point where to be in my presence is a gift in itself.
100%.
And that sounds maybe cocky or that sounds weird, but it's like, no, I think when you realize that your energy is so valuable and should not just be treated and available to everyone, like it is luxury.
100%.
So it's like, first off, congratulations on even securing the date. Now, right, like, let's get to the point. And if it's aligned, let's move forward. If it's not, it's not. Like, we're old enough. We can acknowledge that. We don't have to, like, dance around it, you know?
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. And that's what my therapist, she's just like, you just have to be very direct. Even on your profile, just put on there. Like, because I was so tired of, like, okay, the texting. And then, do you want to hang out? No, I don't want, ask me out.
Ask me out.
Tell me where I'm going. Where am I meeting you? I am not picking the place. Like, I'm not doing it. I can. Yeah. And I have the tendency to be able to take over and take the control. I have control issues, the whole nine. And I want to be like, no, like I want to see what the man can do, plan the date, tell me where to go. I'm going to show up. I want to see what you're about. I want you to take charge and put me in my feminine because I thrive on that masculine side of myself. Same. But I need someone that can put me in that feminine energy to be able to like, you know, chill. Not want to take control.
No, that is 100% the biggest misconception I think in dating right now is men feeling so like they don't know where they belong. And it's like, no, we still want you to be the man. Like we still want you to lead, to plan, to do these things.
100%.
But we don't want you to be an asshole about it.
100%.
We don't want you to think that means you have control over us.
Yeah.
Right. And we certainly don't want to be in your shadow. It's like we want to be treated as that equal, and we want you to do more than that. But it's like, we're not asking for more. That's what we have been held to those standards forever, is right. Like, be able to handle the household, be able to do this, be able to go off a job, blah, blah, blah. It's like, we're just asking them to like meet us where we're at as well.
No, 100%. It has to be like a symbiotic relationship, right? And it's so funny. One of the guys, like one of the first guys that I started texting on like the app or whatever, and I don't know what I said. I said something about like working and this and that and business and da-da-da. And he's just like, oh my God, I love that. I love a woman that has her shit together. And I was just like, oh my, that was so refreshing.
Yeah.
I was like, that just gave you 10 points. And even if you're not my type, like that will give me the thought of like, okay, well, this man really cares about who I am, what I'm doing,
Right.
wants me to thrive.
Right.
And I know that I'll bring everything to the table for him to thrive.
Absolutely.
You know, but
Right.
don't put me in a box and be like,
no,
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I just, get worked up on that situation.
Well, it's
so
hard
annoying.
because again, it's like, I think so many men are still very intimidated by that, or if they aren't the provider, you know,
Sure.
first and foremost, like they just get very insecure, and that's even more ugly.
Yeah. I think the biggest thing for me, and my friends have told me this a lot, is like letting the man be the man. Cause I'm
Yeah.
so used to doing everything on my own. I'm so used to being independent. Like I'm going to grab the 15 grocery bags and walk up the stairs and I can,
Right.
but allowing the man to know that like he can do that and I can step back and not even think about that. And that's an adjustment for me as well, because I've always
Right.
done everything for myself for a
Right.
long time.
Because I also think that a lot of men, unfortunately, have like put us in those positions too.
Yeah.
You know, I think a lot of them have put us into survival mode. It put us into our masculinity because they don't step up. And so then you're just like, okay, I guess I will do it, because they're not giving me that over validation
Sure.
that like I don't have to do it, that I
Yeah.
can turn my brain off. I saw something recently that was like, if you feel like a child around him, you're dating a man.
No.
If you feel like the man around him, you're dating a loser. And if you
Yeah.
feel like the mom around him, you know, you're dating a boy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that
makes complete sense.
True.
It is. No,
Because,
100%.
You know, again, the women will do anything to step in and make sure that they're taken care of. So when they're taking care of us, like that is, like you said, in the feminine, in the fun, in the
Yeah.
childish energy. And like,
Exactly.
I don't know why, again, we've kind of shifted so off kilter, because I'm like, it doesn't feel like it should be that hard.
I know.
But
It's hard.
it seems like
It's
everyone's
hard
really
in these
struggling.
streets.
Yeah.
What about you? Why are you not dating? Let's flip the script right now.
Oh, I love this. I think a few reasons. I think one, just like time. I spent the majority of my 20s, my mid to late 20s, in a relationship.
Okay, yeah.
So I
you've
think I
had
kind
that.
of played like the wife a little bit. I think
Mhm.
I played like the house game a bit. And so I think when I came out of that relationship, immediately I was just, I don't want to do that. I don't
Yeah.
want to be that. I realized what went south with that
Mhm.
dynamic. I also, like you, I think I'm not a relationship person. And
Mhm.
not that I don't want,
I want to be.
I want to be. I
Yeah.
want to be married. Like, I 100% know I want to be married and I want to be in a partnership. But like, I'm the same as you, where I just like never, it was never a void for me.
Yeah,
I
same.
had so many great guy friends. I had so many friends. I had so much
Oh, yeah.
abundance that I never felt like
The void.
that element
Yeah.
was missing. And then I think the perfect storm happened for me to get into a long-term relationship. And I needed that experience. I wanted that experience.
Yeah.
But then I think coming out of it, I was just like, I've kind of been given this gift. That sounds weird to say. And I don't mean that in like to sound like a bad blood way. It's just more like, you never know. I think being single is a gift.
Yeah.
You never know when the last time you're going to be single was.
Sure.
And I came to a point where I was very close to like getting the ring on the finger, getting to the aisle and all of that. And that's fine and that's cool. But now that I'm in this phase, I think I'm just enjoying,
Good for you.
because hopefully this is my last time being single.
Sure.
Right. So I want to enjoy it. And I think I'm also in this fun phase where I am interested in building. I'm interested in
Yeah.
seeing what this can turn into. I'm interested in just really setting myself up for a life that I want
Mhm.
and a life that's going to be for the right partner too.
Yeah.
You know, whereas I don't think I knew that stuff when I was in my early 20s, mid 20s. I wasn't like thinking about it. So now I'm just taking the time to like take a step back and actively think about it, work on the life I want, and attract the right partner who, to your point, can fit in that world.
No, 100%. And I think it's the beautiful part is that you went through that experience.
Yeah.
Because now you know what you want and you know what you don't want.
100%.
Now to find it is difficult. Sure.
Yeah.
But I think the beautiful part is that you had that experience, because not everybody gets to have that experience. You know what I mean?
1,000%.
And I'm sure he was a great guy, and it is what it is. But you knowing what you want right now is amazing in itself. And you just have to like move in the direction that best fulfills you. And that's all that matters, you know?
And I think people certainly can grow and change together. But again, like
100%.
who I was when I was 23, 24, when I entered in a relationship, and who I am now is just two completely different people who want completely different things. And like, I know what I want now. Again, I did not know that stuff seriously at that time. So I'm just enjoying.
I love it.
I'm really enjoying existing.
I love it for you.
For me too, I feel like it's a California 2.0 experience, because I pretty much moved out here. Like my partner followed me right after that. And so I really only knew California as being someone's girlfriend, as being in a relationship. Now I'm just like, here as a human existing, making more girlfriendships. So like, I am just having fun.
Living the beach life.
I literally love the beach life. But seriously, like I'm just enjoying existing, being selfish, building for myself, and just doing
you.
Like literally doing me.
Good for you.
Yeah.
No, and I think that's really cool, because a lot of my friends that got into relationships that are married now with kids, they got into those relationships exactly at that age, 23, 24, got married, had the kids right before 30, and then now they're married. So now you have the experience. You're, are you 30 yet? Not yet.
Close. Well, you're like 3 months away from 30.
Ooh, how exciting. That's exciting. So like you're going into your 30s. That's amazing. Like going into your 30s, single, knowing what you want, building. Hopefully the perfect man will land in, your lap, and it is what it is.
And I think the same for you too. I think like whenever it happens, it's going to be fast. I keep feeling that weird energy.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't think we're going to date for long. Like I just get this weird, like, year.
Exactly. Well, and I think like, especially like in your 40s, like you don't have time to date for like 5 years. No. Like, and for me, like I said, with friendships with people, I'm either all in or all out. Like I said, when I met you, I was like, oh my God, that's my girl. We're in.
Yes, you just know.
So I think with the dating thing too, and I'm trying not to be so like, okay, you go on the date, you look at him, give him a chance. Even if like, it's not the, oh my God, the woo, you don't get the woo, but I'm really trying to be like, okay, well, I don't like his shoes. Oh God. Okay. This cringe, blah, ick.
I know,
but give them a chance. It is. But I think you got to give people chances, and I never really have. I've been very quick to be like, I don't like this.
Don't need it.
I'm out. I'm out. But then 44, and I'm freaking still out. Well, not 44 yet. I'll be 44 in a month, but still almost 44.
But
but it's just like,
it's just your patterns and your behavior is different,
and you have to move different to get different.
And I think also something that I've learned is love is not enough when you're thinking about the father of your children, when you're thinking about your partner. Like I love when people always joke like, can you marry out of convenience? And I'm like, no, like I see these old men driving Corvettes and the guys with the money, and they suck, and I'm like, so no, I can't do it. Can't do it. I actually have to like this person. But I keep saying to my friends, I'm like, I feel like I'm looking for more of a business partner than a husband in a way. Because again, to what you said, it's like, yes, I want the romantic connection. I want us to be best friends and have each other's back. But like, I want that person who's going to push me, make me grow, make me do things. They're hustling more than me, So it's like, there's so many other factors. I think, especially as you age and don't have that person that you're going on the journey with. Again, it's like, I need a partner, not a project.
Oh my God, 100%.
We could have dated in our 20s and been the project with each other. But like now it's go time.
Yeah. Oh my God. You just read my mind. Like literally. It's like the business part is just, it's so hard for me to turn that part off.
It is.
It really is. And like I tell my friends, I'm like, I don't like, I can never date like a teacher. No offense to the teachers out there. You guys are amazing. I love you. But you would never understand my lifestyle and the way that I operate and the hustle and the grind. It would be very hard.
Yeah.
If there's an amazing teacher out there, hey, great. Yeah. But I think the dynamic of the entrepreneurship, the hustle, the grind. I go to events. I'm around a lot of men. Like I need a really secure man that can understand that and like have the trust in me. And but as you said, like as you get older, it's just like you don't have the time, and you really want someone to just fill your cup. and
Yeah.
enjoy the time with them.
And enhance your life.
Yes.
I'm like, I literally don't need anything from you. I'm providing myself a pretty solid life. Like,
Yeah.
I just want you to show up to support me, to again put me in my feminine. Like, let me turn off my brain a little bit. Right?
I think that's the biggest thing. Like you just hit it is like, I've always said this. It's like, I don't need a man, but I want one.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like you want that. You want that companionship. You want this. But I think because I haven't needed one for so long, that's why I've been single for so long. Yeah. You know, so I don't have to just like latch onto someone, or I just really want it to be the right person. Yeah, 100%.
Like, on a full relationship with men. Like some of my best friends are guys. And it's so healthy. And it's like, because I treat them like dessert. Like they are a luxury. I do not need it. So I get to be a real person around them and attract that person versus just trying to attract them because I want to marry them.
No,
like that's
100%.
such a different energy too, you know? So it's like, I think that's a good, healthy way to approach it, is just like, I really don't need you, but I want you. So how do we make that work? And what does that look like?
For sure. Gotta find my Italian stallion.
I know. Oh my God. I can't wait for
us to get cousins, or I mean, we talked about this. We just got to go back home.
We got to go back home.
Just throw me to the wolves.
Come home, mama. I got you. I think it'd be really fun.
It would be.
Okay.
1,000%. Part 2.
Boston trip.
Boston.
It's going to be so good.
Oh God, I can't wait.
Can we play a game?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh God. Okay.
Let's
play
waiting for this. I mean, honestly, I keep saying this, but like, I don't structure it. I get a general sense of the things I want to talk about, but like, I don't know what
is happening.
I don't know what we're talking about, what we're not. Okay. So I want to play a game called Smash or Pass.
Oh, jeez. Oh, God.
Smash.
You would.
I know. I'm like, do I play like yes or no? Good flag, red flag.
Smash or pass.
Smash or pass.
Okay, go for it.
Okay, so obviously smash is a go, pass is a no.
Okay.
Okay. He calls every night instead of texting.
Smash. 100%.
100%. Why is that a smash for you?
I just feel like we're such in this texting era. Like, I want to hear your voice. If I like you, I want to hear your voice. Call me.
Yeah.
If I don't like you, text me.
I was just about to say that's kind of how I feel. Like
is.
I hate talking on the phone. Truly, like I actually
do. But if
hate
it's the person,
but if it's the person, you're like, I can tell if you're busy. I can tell if you're distracted.
Yes.
Like if I'm just sitting lingering on a text.
Yeah,
I agree. That's smash behavior.
Okay.
Splits bill on the first date, or lets you split the bill on the first date. Pass.
I didn't want you to finish. Pass. Immediately.
Immediate.
I can't.
Now, let's give a little context here. Why? Because I think a lot of men get really butthurt about this. But it's like, why is that?
I don't know. I feel like chivalry's not dead.
Mm-hmm.
And even and this was hard for me. Like, even though I haven't dated much, but when for a long time, it was really hard for me not to try to grab my credit card and pay for myself. And my friends are like, no, do not do that.
Mm-mm.
So it's hard. I had to really okay, I'm not going to go for it. Okay, I'm not going to. But I feel like the man should pay for the first date.
Yeah.
It's just the thing. I don't know.
Agree.
It needs to happen.
I agree.
I think it's a red flag if you let me split the first date.
I think it's such a red flag.
It is.
And I think also, and maybe this sounds like tit for tat, love it, hate it, don't care. Like, women put so much effort into showing up on that first date.
100%.
Honey, she's come. Like, she probably got a spray tan. She got her nails did.
Like the whole nine.
She's probably already invested $100 plus.
Yeah.
Like, you can buy the steak.
Yes.
Because that's how she's showing up for you. So that's the way that you can show up for her.
Yeah.
So I think it's more of like that energy where immediately
100%.
It's like him being like, this is the way I'm investing into this. I can tell you invested by that new outfit you bought. That you look good. Like, that's just the way that I think, like, and again, maybe people are like, gender norms. I don't know, whatever. But like, I agree. Past behavior.
Yes.
If we want to split later, we'll talk about that.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Maybe
not.
Maybe not. But definitely not.
Definitely not on the first date.
Check. Okay. Oh, I love this because we were kind of talking about just like types and whatever. He makes less money, but is confident and supportive of you.
Oh, boy.
Oh, smash or pass? Pass.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
You know, and this is something I always talk about with just friends and my therapist. I just am at this place. I'm like, I need the man to make at least as much as I do or more. It's just a thing I've really built this for myself, and I hustle my ass off and really grind to do what I have to do.
Yeah.
And I hate that it makes me look or sound superficial, but it's a pass for me.
I understand that.
Yeah.
I understand that. And I feel like
you hit it. This is the one question that I've always been
hard.
Because I'm such a I love people and their energy and all these things, but all the guys I've ever dated before have never been to the standard of where I'm at and the financial piece, right? And it's a big piece. It really is. So I would really, I don't know. I can't. It's hard for me.
No, that's okay. Everyone has their own thresholds. And I think sometimes I'm like, oh, I don't care so much. But then I've been in situations where then I have cared because then they're getting insecure or
I think
it throws off the dynamic in a bad way,
Yeah,
So,
I think there's a fine line, right? So if he's just like, close to where you're at, okay. But if there's like a huge discrepancy, I think it's going to bring more problems in than none,
I think that's totally fair. I think that's totally fair. He doesn't have social media.
Pass.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I want to kind of know what you're about. Why do you not have social media?
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Well, it depends, right? Okay. So I have a tendency of dating younger.
Love that for you.
I mean, to an extent, right? And okay, if I was going to date a guy that was like in his 50s, maybe he doesn't have social media. Okay, I get it.
Sure.
But if you're like in your 30s and like an entrepreneur and have a business and do all these things, like why aren't you on social? Yeah. I don't know. I feel like you should be.
Okay.
I don't know.
I feel like I'm the opposite.
You? Yeah.
Well, I don't care if they have social media. Like everyone has social media.
But I just kind of like.
But I feel like if they're like, I don't have social media, I'm a little bit like, it's kind of refreshing.
Oh, okay.
Because you can be like unplugged. Also, so many guys are just following like all these like hot influencer girls. And I feel like I would be way more and not even in like an insecure way. It's just kind of like, that's gross.
Yeah.
Like if I find out my man's following like every single hot bikini influencer, I'm just going to be like, that just feels gross behavior. Not because I'm insecure about it.
Yeah. No,
So I feel like it's more in my shoes where everyone does have it and everyone's so involved. It's a little bit refreshing. Mm-hmm. It's not a deal breaker either way. Don't care.
Yeah, no, I think it's not a deal breaker either way. But I think the way I look at it is like, why don't you have it?
Yeah, I get that.
What are you hiding?
It's a pass.
I don't know.
It's okay. It's a pass.
Totally.
Okay, so what if he is a workhorse? So he works nonstop, but he plans amazing dates. And when he's on the dates, he's 100% present with you.
Smash all day long. Where do I sign up? I want that.
Yeah.
100%. I want the guy that's just like picking up the call and freaking just grinding and, Yeah. Like I want that.
And that's such a funny thing because I feel like so many other people would be like, absolute pass.
Oh my God.
Big if. But again, it's just, I think that's just how people's brains are.
Yeah. The way we're wired.
Yeah. The way you're wired is different. And like, I agree. This sounds amazing. I'm like, you don't talk to me.
Where are the twins?
And then you talk to me when we can be 100% present. Like, this is great.
No, yeah, absolutely. No, I love that.
Okay.
I love that.
All right. She loves the workhorse.
Yes.
He's currently emotionally unavailable, but he's working on it.
Pass, because I've been there.
Been there.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Partners, not projects.
No, dude, I don't want projects. I'm not trying to be your sugar mama. I'm not trying to be your therapist. I'm not trying to be your mama.
Yep.
Just all the things.
All the
Love
things.
you. We can be homies, friends, but I don't want a project.
No. Emotionally available.
Yeah. And like I said, I think I've always gone, whether it's consciously or subconsciously, for the emotionally unavailable.
I think a lot of us do that.
Yeah.
For whatever reason.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Somehow,
still
some way.
into that, but.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
Pass.
No. Pass.
He talks to his mom every day.
All day smash. I love that. I love that. And I know some people might not, but I have such a close relationship with my mom.
Yeah.
And I think as a man, if you're close with your mom, that says a lot.
Totally.
I think it can be a fine line as well.
Absolutely.
I think coming from the Italian culture, because a lot of the Italian men are very close to their
every
mom. But it's the same thing in the Persian culture too. Yeah. A lot of the Persian guys are very close with their moms. Yeah. And I like that. And that's actually a big red flag for me. If you're not close to your mom,
I agree.
Or parents or family, that's a huge red flag for me.
I agree.
Yeah.
100%.
I love it.
So I'm with you. Like, I need a little bit more context because I don't want to be like fighting your mom the rest of my life, but I love that. Yes. It's a good touch. What if he calls his ex crazy?
Context. I need to know why.
Yeah.
That's a hard one.
I'd give it a pass unless there's the context.
Yeah. No, pass but I want to know what the context is because maybe she was really crazy.
Maybe she was really crazy.
But then there's two sides to a story.
But then there's always the most time where they're not crazy.
Yeah, I'm just going to say pass. Yeah.
I agree. It's like
I don't want you to talk about someone like that.
But
let me know.
Hear the story first.
Yeah.
I'm still interested in the tea.
Yeah.
All right. A guy who owns a motorcycle.
Absolutely 1000% smash.
Okay.
I want one myself. My mom will let me get one. But
type of motorcycle?
Oh, Ducati.
Okay. I knew it was going to be like that super sporty.
100%. Give me the Ducati guy.
I hate motorcycles. It's a pass for me. My dog does not like motorcycles, so it's a pass for me. However, I mean, living around here, there's so many beautiful coastal drives. Like,
It's so hot.
kind of like the vintage Harley. I can wear loose ripped jeans and a leather jacket. Sounds
I'm not
fun.
down. I mean, I'm totally down with either or, but the Ducati is just like
No, but I see that for you. I mean, you have a Jag.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
you've got
I like the speed.
You
But
like
the
the
Harley
sport
would be
car.
fun too.
But it just sounds like
Yeah, that would be fun
it
too.
just sounds cutesy.
Yeah.
But like, I also don't think the guys riding the Harleys are like cutesy. I don't know. It's gonna be a pass
The
for me.
wrapped around the red. It
It's a
goes smash, smash,
He's gonna have,
smash
like,
for
a
me.
giant goatee. I'm like, I'll take my own Harley. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Has never gone to therapy.
Oh. Pass.
Pass.
Yes.
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
That's genuinely a pass behavior.
And I don't know how I would have answered this maybe 2 years ago. I just probably would have been like, well, smash, I don't care. Like,
I agree.
but because of like what I've seen, how amazing it's been for myself,
Yes.
I think everyone should dabble at some point.
Absolutely. And that's what I was about to say is I think if you were to tell me like, I did therapy, it wasn't exactly the mode that I enjoyed the most, I'd be like, okay, let's talk about that. And if they were still committed to personal development, we'll smash. But I agree. Like, I think at this point, like if you've never gone, okay, fine. Like, I hope you don't have trauma in your life. That's great. But we all do.
Everybody does.
We all do. We all
something.
just like, I think again, it's more of that mindset of like, you want to be better. You're showing me immediately that like, even if you don't know why you're in therapy or maybe something did happen, it's like you took the steps and the accountability
to better yourself.
And
Yeah.
so many people don't go to therapy and that's fine. But I think for men specifically, y'all need to go to therapy.
Yeah.
That's our first date. Come on in.
Let's go.
You should
see my girl.
Oh my God. You should be like our like third date. It's like, we're gonna see my therapist.
Oh my God. Can you imagine?
I can. And I would love to see that.
Be a fly on the wall.
I would love to hear that. All right. Last one. Okay, because you're on the dating apps right now.
Mm-hmm.
So there's obviously that gap between chatting on the apps, taking it off the app, and the first date. What if he wants to FaceTime you before the first date?
So funny.
So ready for this.
No, we just talked about this with my therapist. Oh my God. This has been my therapist would be so excited with all this therapy drop. No, she was saying, because I was like, a lot of guys don't pull the trigger. And if they do, then you go. I don't want to sit, like, I'm going to go do like a quick coffee date. I don't want to sit at dinner if like I'm not into them.
Yeah.
Just like do a FaceTime. I don't know how I feel about it. A phone call, yes. But I think I'm getting more prone to maybe opening that world up.
Okay.
So I think smash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
it's good.
I think it's good behavior.
Yeah.
Again, I think it's signaling green flag behavior because it's like, I can see that you're real. I can see your tone. I can see your immediate body language.
The tonality is huge. But my only thing is like, what if you get on and it's just like complete opposite of like what you were expecting? And you're like FaceTime, like,
go on the date.
Cool. Yeah. So you just have to just carry on the conversation. So yeah, I think it's a good thing.
Okay, I agree.
It
I think it's good behavior.
Yes,
I love
that was great.
That's right. It's so fun. I know. I'm like, let's play our second game because we're just in game mode now, and I'm having fun with it.
Let's do it.
So this one's kind of more like rapid fire questions and or story time.
Okay.
So we'll see what it prompts in you.
Sure.
Worst date you've ever been on?
Oh God. So I went on a date with Sky. It was from an app, and he was supposed to be 6'2", and I'm like, I'm 5'7" on a good day in heels. I'm closer to 6 foot. So homeboy rolls up in his G-Wagon and like he picks me up. So I get in the car and we're sitting in the car and then we go to like where I can't even remember. This is years ago. I was like in my 20s. This was years ago. And I think we were going to play pool or something. And as I'm sitting in the car, when you're sitting like when I'm sitting next to you right now, I can tell I'm a lot taller than you.
Yeah.
And I just kept like, I was sitting, but like with my peripheral, I was just like looking. I'm like, dude, he's short. He cannot be 6'2". We get there. He parks. We get out of the car. He gets out, he rolls around.
You're like, where?
He's like your height.
Shut.
I swear to God. He was like 5'5", 5'6" on a good day. And I just was like, and we talked about it.
Yeah. Because
you can't, you fake height, honey.
You literally can't.
You can't. So I was just so pissed. But like, I mean, I went through with like, and I was just kept looking at him like, dude, you really BS me this entire time. Like you could have told me up front and I would have been like, yes or no.
But like, what was his end game?
What is your like? What are you trying to do?
What did he think was going to happen? If he was never going to see you in person, that's one thing. Maybe. But like, honey,
I don't know. Maybe he thought his personality or his G-Wagon would have like hooked me up with something exciting. No, dude, I was so pissed. Yeah, I can't. With the lying and the like BSing.
I mean, that's
just
weird.
be real.
That's so weird.
I get it if you have pictures on there and you're like, 5 pounds heavier, 5 pounds not, less. Okay, cool. But height or like, I don't know, certain things that you really can't change. It's unfortunate. So yeah, I would say that's the worst.
My God.
I mean, it's not terrible, but it was just shitty.
But just, that's weird behavior, dude.
Yeah,
Like
weird.
if you're a shorter king, own it.
Yeah, own it. There's some short
There's
kings
short
out there.
queens who are fine with a shorter king.
Exactly.
It's okay.
It's all good. It's all good.
I feel like this maybe wins for that too, but I was going to ask you what your most awkward moment on a date was.
Oh, man. I think that was it, to be honest with you. I'm sure there was other ones. Let me think.
Yeah, 'cause it's like, again, now you just
it's just so like,
here.
yeah. No, and I think that like, not awkward, but just annoying when the guy won't shut up.
Oh.
Like, doesn't
sure.
ask you anything about, and he's just, and you're just like, dude, just come on.
Yeah.
Like, give
me something.
Give me something.
Yeah. I have a lot to say.
Yeah, it's super annoying.
Oh, I can't.
Very.
Like, I love to talk a lot, as do
100%.
you, but I think we are good at balancing the conversation and like letting the other person speak.
Yeah. I feel like on like the first dates, some guys just really want to just be like, me,
Here's
me,
my
me, me, me,
resume.
me, me, me. And it's just like the biggest turn off.
It's
they
such
can't.
a turn off.
It has to be back and forth.
Yeah. I
That's
want
me.
you to walk away knowing just as much about me as I do you.
Exactly.
It's not date one about you, date two about me.
No, dude, no.
Oh,
yeah.
My
That's
gosh.
definitely super annoying.
What about the biggest red flag you've ignored previously?
Oh, God. The unavailable guys. Yeah. Or like, I can change him mentality. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like I said, a lot of times I feel like I fell into it without even knowing. But I've really ended up kind of the short amount of dating that I've done.
Yeah.
Dating the guys that like, oh, they just look great. Oh, they're the gym guy. And oh, they're hot and they're this and they're that. But like, I never really look at the other side. They were great people. They were nice, cool. But like, if I want these people that I want to check all these boxes, like they never had that.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just like red flag after red flag after. And I'm just like, okay, well, something's got to give now. So that's why this time around, I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to look at other things first, not just the physicality.
100%. 100%. Well, I was going to ask you about dating apps or real life, what you prefer.
Oh my God, I would love real life. I said so. I would love real life, but I feel like it's just
how, where.
Like, I'm not going to hang out at the bars all day or every week. Like, I can't. I'm over it. I don't want to really meet someone at a bar. Maybe like a cool happy hour with like, successful individuals and they're all this and that. Sure.
Totally.
But real life, I would love, but I just feel like that's not reality. Yeah. That's why you have to open up this kind of like electronic world, which I'm going to have some great stories for episode 2. I'm sure. I just started, so I haven't even been on a date yet.
I can't wait to start dating just for the content.
Oh my God.
Like, this is going to be great.
Yeah. But you never know. I mean, I have family friends and friends that have married off dating apps.
Of course.
Which is cool.
I mean, they're there for a reason.
Yeah.
Like, it is successful in its own way. I think, again, it's how you approach it.
Yeah.
Like, I think when I think about myself being on dating apps back in the 20s, like, you're like, how can I sound cool and quirky and funny? And like, how can I, let them see that I'm so awesome? And now, to your point, you're like, I'm going to tell you exactly what it is I want, but that's what you have to do. I think, dating in real life is hard.
I know.
What is your biggest ick? I know you said you're trying to like turn off from the icks, but like, what is the thing that like?
Oh, there's a few. I think, God, which one am I going to pick? I think a man that's not driven, like that is just really difficult for me. Like if I'm more driven than you, like I can't. It's just so like, what are you doing?
Right.
Passionate, ambition, all those things fall into that category. Yeah. But also I think one of the biggest, like a guy that doesn't work out, I can't do it. Because I think people that work out, it says a lot about you. Yeah. It says a lot about your character, your determination, you know how to follow structure. And it says a lot. So that is definitely an ick for me, for sure.
All right. So he's got to work out and
100%.
he's got to be
driven
in a jag. You kind of answered this, but like, do you prefer a coffee date or a dinner date?
Well, before I would go on like dinner dates or like drinks. Yeah. But my therapist was like, just because it's such a big thing for me. And I'm like, I don't have time. I don't want to sit there. But she's like, go on a coffee date. Go on a quick coffee. That way it's like the quick initial and then go. So I think I'm going to lead with the going on a quick either coffee or like a froyo or like something quick.
Yeah.
Rather than the like 2-hour
I love
potential
that.
dinner for the first time.
I think that's kind of nice. I feel because you put so much pressure for both parties on a
100%.
first date when it's like you said, pick you up, take you to
Do
the
the thing,
restaurant,
yeah.
have a full dinner. It's like,
Well, I have a question actually. This should be a question on one of these.
Go for it.
So, the pickup thing you just said. So, first date.
Okay.
Do you want him to pick you up or do you want to meet him there? Yeah, right.
It's
I
so
thought about
hard.
this a lot.
I want to
too.
meet you there.
Yeah.
Actually,
the
don't
same.
pick me up.
Exactly. Yeah.
Which-
yeah.
I think for so many reasons. And again, this isn't to like trash on men. It's to give perspective. Like half of us are worried about just dying. Like,
I still want to die.
baby, like I've shared my location with like 20 people. They all know that if I veer out of like this radius to like call for help.
Yes.
So it's like, I don't want you to know where I live, right? I don't want you to have any indication.
No, yeah.
Like,
No, that
don't
makes
make me
sense.
feel unsafe in my environment someday if things don't work out.
Yeah.
And kind of like to your point, it's like, I want you to see me for me, but at the same time, like, that feels so old and stiffy to be
Yeah.
like, let me pick you up and open the door. Like,
Sure.
no, you can open the door for me when we are driving and whatever. You can do all these things eventually, but I would prefer to meet you there. I'd prefer to draw the chalk line. I don't want,
Yeah.
you know what it is too? I don't want to be driven home and then you're sitting in the car. It's like, I had a great time. I had a great time.
Okay.
Are we gonna
kiss? What's
No,
bye,
get
gotta
me
go.
out of here. Gotta go.
But what date? Like after what number date?
I think second
Second
and
or
beyond
third,
is
yeah,
fine.
Is fine.
Like that's the thing. It's just kind of I want to get to know you. I want to sit down and then I want to be like sayonara, and then I will let you
Yeah.
maybe pick me up on the second or third date.
And I just realized another ick.
'Kay.
Because you said car door. A
Please.
guy that doesn't open a car door is a huge ick for me. I can't.
You know,
It bothers me so
I
much.
never. It's so funny because I never really used to like think about that stuff.
I think it's
and then I
huge.
never had the door open for me, and I'm like,
Wait a
but I
minute.
kind of want the door open for me. But again, it's not like this like crazy princess treatment per se.
No.
I think it's just like there are just things that women are gonna do that men are always gonna appreciate. And I think there's gonna be
Yeah.
things that men always do that women appreciate, like standard,
little
traditional,
things.
whatever. And it's just
Yeah.
little.
I enjoy
things.
that stuff. Yeah, I was talking to one of my girlfriends and she was saying her girlfriend or herself, I can't remember, when they would go on dates, if the guy didn't open the door, they would just stand by the door until they came to open the car door.
It's so funny.
I was like, good for you.
Way to show what you
Way to
want.
go.
Well, and I think that's the other thing too is like I think we've all been conditioned that I don't know, it's kind of weird behavior. Like
Yeah.
just imagine like because you just look like a prissy, you look like a spoiled
dude,
brat.
Open the, you don't
know,
even
and it's
pull my
like
chair out at the dinner table, but
yeah.
open the car door, open the restaurant door, let me go in first. I don't know, these little things, maybe they're old school, but they're very simple.
Yeah.
Like walk on the outside of me if we're walking on the street. I think of these things. I
Totally.
think of all these little things.
Again, just like women want to let the man be the man, but you gotta like do it immediately because otherwise she's going to go into the masculine mode and she's gonna be like, well, I can't open my freaking door
Yeah,
for
like,
myself. It's fine.
yeah.
I don't know. I wonder if men feel like this is so confusing to them. 'Cause
Oh,
I really feel
100%.
like it's like not that confusing.
It's not for us, but for them, I'm sure it is.
It's just again,
Just
it's
a
like
fine
do
line,
the
I
things
think,
that
for
you
them.
do, but also be emotionally intelligent. The same way that you ask women to do all the things that they do around the house, but then hold a job. That's how I
Yeah.
look at it.
No,
It's
100%.
like we're asking you to like be more than just the job and be the person in the home who's like helping us, and then vice versa. It's like we're trying to do it all. Why can't you?
Yeah. Have you noticed though with like guys, like I feel like a lot of guys that were brought up with either single moms or sisters, they're a lot more prevalent to being that way.
Delightful,
Right?
the best.
I think so.
It's
I've
so
noticed
weird.
that.
Yeah. A couple of my really close guy friends are completely raised by women. And I love that expression, like a man written by a woman. I
Yeah.
think it's just like
I love it.
so beautiful. But they are. Like they're
Yeah.
just and I was just had dinner with a couple of my friends and one of the girls was giving a little bit of her relationship woes. And he's immediately like, dump him, get rid of
Wrap
that
it up.
man. They do
Drop
not
it.
change. And I love when men can also kind of hate on men. I think that's so because it's just like a lot of the behaviors and I can hate on women. Like
Yeah.
we're being
No,
too
and that's the
stupid
thing. We're
and
not trying to
whatever.
bash
It's like,
guys.
It's not
We're
bash.
just,
It's
you
just
know,
but like understand. And so I love when my guy friends are like,
Nope. Wrap
like
it up.
absolutely not for you. I'm like, ugh, like men. written
But you
by a
have to get their
woman.
perspective too.
You
to
have
really
to.
because it's confusing.
It is
sometimes.
confusing. I think we're all a little confused because again, we're all just
know.
like trying to do everything and
All
be
the
everything.
things.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
No, 100%.
All right, last question.
Hit me.
What is the number one green flag for
Oh,
you?
Oh, so just those things, those chivalrous things.
Yeah.
And family oriented.
Yes.
Like a man that just is all about, because I'm so family oriented, like I have to bring someone into my sphere that is going to love and appreciate that. And I think it says a lot about a person.
Totally.
You have to be family. Of course, there's so many green flags, but the family orientation, like you have to have that. So like when I talk to a guy and he's like, well, I don't talk to my mom, or I don't talk, and I'm like, that's kind of a red flag. Like, why don't you talk to your mom?
Right.
At the end of the day.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's huge. The family dynamic for me is a big, big thing.
Yeah,
for sure.
I think that's a huge green flag. Again, it's just how do they treat the people that are closest to them, the women that are closest to them. It's hard. Yeah. Once you have a partner who throws off the family dynamics, like,
yeah, no, I can't.
It's really hard.
It's more drama than necessary for me to want to deal with.
Exactly. So I think, seeing, and like you hope, right? I'm sure.
Yeah.
It's like for you too. It's like, I want to enjoy the family that I'm going to be spending a lot of time with. Because again, I'm going to invest myself.
And it's funny. I've always said, because I'm an only child, like I've always wanted to end up with a guy that has this, that's why Italian guy with a huge Italian family and just throw me in the mix and I'll just fly.
You're going to do so great.
Totally.
We're going to find you your Italian stallion.
I can't wait.
I cannot wait.
Wait for it.
Episode 2. Episode 2 in Boston. And we'll just do the East Coast tour.
Yes.
We'll just like hit up all the stops and see which, like I said, you think you like the New Yorkers, but maybe you like the Boston guys. Maybe you don't. Maybe you like the Jersey guys more than even the New.
Listen, just drop me off in each little pocket.
We're going to do it.
And then we'll have like a date or two. Oh my God.
It's going to be great.
Good. Totally.
Ozzy, this has been so much
so
fun.
good. We're going like
we can literally talk for hours. So I'm going to end us there. But I have one last question for you. Maybe it's something you've learned from your therapist, or maybe it's in your therapist's word. Like, what would be the best advice that you could give a woman in your shoes right now who, again, is ambitious, successful in her own right, and is having a really hard time dating? What would you tell her?
That's a really good question. I would honestly say it's okay to be the alpha, strong, independent woman. The right guy's going to come along. And, he might not come along right now, but just you be you and build what you're building and just wait for like the right guy. Because I feel like there is the right guy for everyone.
Yeah.
And it's just timing. Everyone says that when you least expect it. But never change yourself for any man. I think that's the biggest thing for me, 100%. Because I never have, and I never will. Everything is a compromise. But I think the right person is out there for all of us. And you just be you, queen.
Yep.
Just rock on. Build,
sister.
build. 100%.
I love it.
Yeah.
Aussie. Thank you for coming on today. This was so much fun.
This was so, thank you. Like, honestly, I'm so proud of, this was the coolest. Like, I've been on a couple other podcasts. This was the coolest podcast I've ever been on.
Well, because it's about you, like you just being you.
No, but it's very just straight up. You know what I mean? You talk a little business, a little entrepreneurship, little life, love, family. You are amazing. I'm so excited for you and your journey with this. And I'm so grateful that you had me on here.
I am too. Okay, where can the people find you? Last question.
People can find me on Instagram at Aussie_Badii, BADIEI _ I'm not on any of the other stuff, so.
Red flag.
Oh, no.
You are the red flag.
I'm the red flag.
No, she's on social media. It's fine.
But no, yeah.
Well,
no,
Aussie,
super excited. Thank you so much.
I literally love you.
I love you so much.
You're one of the people I think of when I thought about being excited to start a project like this, because you are one of my biz besties. And I think continuing to foster those relationships and make more of them and like have people be themselves and be real, like that's what gets us through the hard times and the journey of being an entrepreneur, is to have people like you that you just genuinely click with and love. So like it's so special to share this moment with you.
No, 100%. And the biggest thing, like for me, if you guys don't know, she's a badass herself. She's very humble.
Thank you.
And one of the biggest things when I first met her is like, she is a sales killer.
Thank you.
So a lot of the things that you are so humble about, you're a killer in yourself, and like just that instant connection. I love everything you're doing.
Thank you.
In business, in life, in relationships. And thank you for having me. And I'm super grateful and super excited to see where the real her goes.
Let's go.
We're going, baby.
Well, cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
Happy National Women's Day.
Happy International Women's Day.
And let's enjoy the rest of our day.
Yeah.
Thanks, girl.
Thanks, boo.
Love you. It was really fun. I love you
so
too.
Good.
Hey, besties. I want to close out this show by saying thank you for hanging out with me today. I hope you loved this episode as much as I did. If you did, please do me a favor. Hit like, subscribe, and share the episode with a friend. That way we can keep growing this movement and reach even more real her besties. And for your daily dose of laughs, mindset, and behind the scenes chaos, come hang out with me on Instagram at Christina_Fusco. That's Christina with a K _Fusco. All right, my ladies, until next time, keep it real, keep it fun, and keep becoming her. XOXO, your biggest hype woman.